Hello and welcome, it's me, LinkingX2, and welcome back with today's T1 series versus 100 Thieves at the third day of groups. It's the last day of the first week. T1 so far with a 101 score, 100 Thieves also with 101. EDG just won the third game. T1 here needs this W to close out the gap to EDG in the first place so far, but we're quite confident in the matchup against 100 Thieves. Let's get right into the draft. And by the way, as we're loading into this, if you like the series so far and you've already hit me up with a like, you also might want to subscribe to support little old me and to not miss out on all the future T1 live reactions that were going to happen. Of course, there's much more to come with T1 obviously winning worlds this year. You know how it goes, there are many more matches to see. Then 100 Thieves here grabbing Lucian again for FBI who deep with the Lucian army lane in their last match, in their last win against Detonation Force Me, obviously super effective. Yes, it was against DFM, but still looked quite comfortable with it. Picking up the Aphelios, which is obviously they want to match ADC with ADC. Lucian could obviously be flexed into the top lane, but well, that's not too common here for 100 Thieves. Next to that, it looks like they're going to pick up the Twisted Fate again. The Leblanc here obviously being picked up as a counter into both the Aphelios and the Twisted Fate. If it was only the Twisted Fate, then the Silas could have come in. 100 Thieves here with a comfort bot lane, a strong mid laner. The only thing is here T1 picking up the Lulu, and Aphelios Lulu is normally winning against Lucian Nami in the bot lane. In the ban phase here, both sides banning out some junglers, because it is quite strange. In this draft so far, there were some jungle bans, but we have not seen a jungle pickup yet. So it is quite likely that we get some unconventional junglers. So T1 here now has to pick their top side, which is actually super strange. Usually T1 picks their bot side a bit later in the draft because they really want to get the high prior picks for their top side as they play around their top side. So now with Aphelios Lulu, maybe this time T1 now with a complete flip in game plan, it seems. Picking Aphelios Lulu early, a stronger lane on paper than the Lucian Nami, and picking up the Poppy for Canna. Not only is this like not the greatest champion to just blind pick on like that, but also it indicates that T1 is not playing around topside. Also, by the way, here potential for a jungle Poppy, which we haven't seen in a long time. Then here Renekton. Oh, someday here shows that he's from Korea, obviously picking Renekton whenever it's possible, but Renekton into Poppy is obviously a super terrible matchup. She is super giga tanky and like her W cancelled out your E. Closer here getting the Trundle. Trundle obviously in this case a super effective pick. He has the gank set up in all lanes with their laners having a lot of CC, and with top lane, mid lane and bot lane also being immobile. His pillar is also super effective. Ooh, and the flex around comes in with the Kennen pickup here for Canna most likely. It's being hovered and it's being locked in. So yeah, they hit us with the Flexero, with putting the Poppy into the jungle. Obviously, yeah, trolling 100 Thieves here a bit, but that's great. T1 here, let's see. Did they draft good again? I think first of all, matching the Aphelios with the Lucian, while the matchup in the 1v1, in the purest 1v1 ADC versus ADC, Lucian is obviously winning that. Matching that, so not revealing too much in draft. Then picking up the Twisted Fate, which is like, yes, it's counterable, but Faker's comfortable on the pick, and it's a very important pick for T1's game plan in most cases. It is not too bad. 100 Thieves follows with support mid lane, so they counterpick mid lane, that's good for them. Then they pick up the Nami, so it's not banned out or stolen. T1 then, on their side, not revealing too much, countering the support matchup with the Lulu for the better 2v2, and also not revealing anymore. Then the Poppy flex to disregard the counter potential on B4, B5, and then countering the Renekton with the Kennen. So T1 here, not only with a good draft, but also with more prior for their bot lane. This time it will not be Gumayushi just AFKing bot lane. And T1 here has been criticized in their EDG game that they drafted too much pick, too much roaming and so on, that they didn't play to their comp. Pick and poke comp, but they were brawlering with EDG in the rivers and jungle. So obviously they weren't playing to their comp. That is 100% true. So with this comp here, T1 has the potential to brawl, to skirmish, to teamfight. Okay, so here T1, let's talk about the lanes. So starting on the top lane, obviously Renekton versus Kennen. That goes in Kennen's favor in most cases. Then in the jungle, So both have actually similar clear speed early on, with then obviously as Closer goes for more damage items, his clear speed ramps up a bit more. And also, let's talk about the ganks here. For 100 Thieves and for T1, the laners do provide quite a bit of CC, so no worries, there's always something for them to follow up on. And they're going to meet here. Oner gets the first attack and grabs the shield, also fighting in the bot lane. FBI has to flash, and Oner, first blood for T1, and Electro... Ooh, I didn't miss. Ooh, let's go! Oner obviously here gets the first hit against Closer, then grabs the passive shield. So yeah, that's quite nice. Also Trundle, yes, he wins the all-out brawl, but he also has Predator and not Conqueror or anything like that. So in the actual 1v1 combat, he's not that strong right now. So yeah, Oner front checking that, winning out in the end with the follow-up flash E probably against FBI. Also 100 Thieves bot lane lose all their summoners, while T1's here with the double exhaust, by the way. Yeah, it's not missing out on too much. Yeah, T1 off to a good start. Also both Oner and Faker start with the Lucidity boots. That's an interesting build up here for Oner because, well, yes, the cooldown reduction means more abilities to come up during the clear, but instead of a Sheen or maybe a Sunfire start, he goes for the boots for more map presence, I feel like. For Faker, obviously, also starting up with the Lucidity boost, maybe for more flashes, probably has to expand that cooldown quite a lot if Closer and Abeddagges decides to double up on him. But also for that exact moment, yeah, some people would probably go for the Mercury Treads, but I have to agree here with Faker that the Mercury Treads would not really be the best decision. The moment you get hit by CC, you die, so it doesn't matter that you are not stunned for 1 minute, but only 30 seconds. Ah, nice feat there. That's also the boots, right, coming in. Low on mana here, but yeah, has to push. Probably can, yeah, recall, find the reset here. Don't know how much gold he has, but yeah, probably can find something nice. At least a Dark Seal maybe, which is a bit greedy, but yeah. T1 here continues also with the push in bottom, not only picking up the first blood on Oner here and the assists obviously coming in for Gumayusi and Carrier, but also they continue here with a 10 CS lead, FBI and Huhi, yeah, really feeling the pain there. And T1 here finally coming up with the expected Rift Herald rotation. 8 minutes in, Rift Herald spawned, everyone and their mothers and their uncles and whoever comes top lane, Gumayusi and Carrier, giving up the bot lane pressure for this random flip on Herald, which is super bad. Kennen also backing here, has TP, comes in, T1 here really forcing the issue, coming in, Canna, like you don't need to fight here, Faker with the flank, gold card, Oner with the ult and double knock up, FBI still no flash, oh he has flash, never mind, as every some get the flash of Nami, traded probably for Oner's flash, I think. So unnecessary though, like T1 really forcing this play hard. In the end they, yeah, expend 2 summoner spells to get the flash and the herald, so it is, the result is fine, but you could have picked up so much more CS in bot lane. Like there's really no need to force this Rift Herald, especially considering that you're the scaling comp, right? Like T1 is outscaling 100 Thieves in most aspects, so yeah, that is just a bit strange here. Oh, Faker, oh, the Trundle Pillar? No, not enough. Faker gets away there, that's the fancy feat, and that's also the boots coming in. And yeah, so far everything going fine for T1, a bit over 2k gold lead. And here CS leads across the board, yeah, smoothly sailing forward. It is not something like a stomp that we like want to see here as T1 fans, obviously against a region like NA, but it's also the best team of NA at the moment. And yeah, so a bit more of a reserved start, especially after they blundered that game against EDG so fastly in the early game. A bit of a reserved start is, yeah, appropriate, I think. Oh, Abeddagges with the earlier roam. Can we get even gold off the Herald? Only Oner gets the gold. And Gumayusi nearly dies! Oh, Closer has flash, but he doesn't have pillar. And the healing and shielding is not enough. What a blunder. I completely blanked on that, was a bit distracted here by the play in the top side with Canna winning the 1v1 here against Sunday. But what was that, man? With no vision in the river, Abeddagges seemingly able to make a, just walking down the river play and then, collapsing here 4 versus 3 on T1, who was overextended in the lane due to the Rift Herald spawn. In the end, only the Trundle gets the kill, so it's not that bad. But also T1 here loses all their summoner spells. In the end, Oner is the only one with the Soul Herald gold here, knocking down Abeddagges, which is fine, because otherwise I think Carrier would also die here in the end. And it causes him to not pick up the kill on the Lucian. It is the Trundle in the end. Now they should be able to get here the first blood turret. We see nice gold lead here in the bot lane as well. But 100 Thieves again with 4 mans here in the bot lane. Abeddagges chains do miss. Nami ult comes in. Carrier looks a bit caught with the flash. Faker collapses. Ooh. Canna with nice ultimate, pops FBI in the end. Also, oh no, pops Nami. Closer here trying to find the kill. But that's the next kill for Canna. Oner still chasing. Pops the ult for the... okay, whatever. But a massive swing here by T1. Canna and Faker coming down in the bot lane, matching the play. And with Sunday expanding his TP in the top lane beforehand. Oner here picks up the dragon as well. T1 finds the first blood turret, finds the kills, and swing the gold lead into a much larger area here, with extending the lead to nearly 5k gold. Canna picking up multiple kills, getting his mythic item as well. The Kennen here is really set up to succeed, even though we have to say the Nami is quite hurtful for later team fights. But the Nami players don't know how to play Nami in this game. So you see the great Nami ult here as well. So Faker here comes in with the immediate stun card, follow up. Canna here with a great ult, completely taking out Huhi out of the fight. Yes, Huhi was not that useful in any way, because he had all abilities on cooldown. Still great catch here, get the free gold. And talking about Oner, what is that? A Divine Thunder build here for the Poppy. 100 Thieves here closing in on the Rift Herald, trying to secure their first meaningful objective besides the 1 kill they were able to get here earlier on Gumayusi. But T1 obviously contesting as always. Smite goes in Oner's favor and he's able to pick up the Rift Herald. And Canna with a flank. Oh, and the bot lane completely blown up. Stun card onto Abeddagges, also forced out of the fight. Yeah, still stronger than Faker in most cases. Oner here also on a killing streak, popping. And Faker here will get the blue card, sends closer straight to the Shadowrun. And T1 1-8 on the board. Only losing a single kill in this entire game, picking up the mid lane turret here as well, extending their gold lead to probably around 9k. Oner here with a turret dive, but it's a Leblanc. Faker though with the stun card, chain CC, Carrier with a polymorph and gives the fake. And Oner secures the kill for Faker with the E onto the wall. Next turret as well. Meanwhile, Canna in top lane pushing further and further, and for the 100 Thieves, I like you guys, but you are getting completely gapped here. 8k gold lead in 17 minutes. It's not as bad as against DFM, but T1 shows up after their tragic loss against EDG. And that does put a smile on my gloomy face after yesterday's defeat. And that's a game we can be happy about. T1 with a better adaptation and draft, with a better game plan. Ignore that they ARAM'd Herald in 8 minutes, which was completely unnecessary. But Carrier also here with the birthday buff. Oh, here, 100 Thieves with the collapse on Faker, camping that brush, coming with 3 people top. You invest so much time though into that, you lose your entire bot lane jungle, and you're going to lose potentially bot lane turrets if they do collapse on that. 100 Thieves here with a pick onto Faker, cool for them, but it's not really much. They get a bit of bounty gold as well, but T1 here picking up the way bigger objective with the bot lane turret. It looks like they're again collapsing here on Faker with vision on Oner on the Drake, but Faker here this time a bit more modest here in his positioning. He knows he's being camped even though the wave is long gone. 100 Thieves here really looking for straws with the pick onto Faker. Yes, he's the TF without flash, he has Ghost TP now on his Summoner Spellbook, And here with the 20th minute mark, it is nearly exactly 10k gold lead for T1. With all the other turrets gone, right? The top lane inner turret here, the only one standing besides the base. Canna already working on that. With, getting the... And he gets the solo kill, also has the stopwatch if anything went awry. 5-0, great game for Canna. Finding good flanks, playing the laning phase really good. Always here on the edge with enough pressuring someday, with chunking him out, and also not being in EW range to get traded upon. So T1 here now has the challenge to crack the base to finish the game. They're so far ahead with like no easy objectives to take besides the top lane turret there. And yeah, Baron is up, but yeah, you don't really want to flip Baron so early in the game. T1 has the damage actually to do it with the Aphelios here on 2 items. And by the way, what is this Aphelios build? Why are you going for Collector? It is mathematically speaking not the right item. And even if you say yeah to snowball or like to get the last proc of damage, it's still stupid. Makes no sense. Wow, I just said, yes, you have Baron damage, but there's no need to flip it. Just starve them out of farm, right? Like, and yeah, like the Baron Elf obviously a bit sad, but in the end it doesn't really matter. They get the inhib here in the bot lane. Canna might has to die here. Mistimed the bubble with a good ultimate from Oner. There's so much safety. Look at Oner with a more damage item build. He's still super tanky. T1 here able to hopefully collapse here on the 3rd Drake, getting the soul point, Ocean Soul. So far still everything good. It's 211 in kill score. And yeah, 9k gold lead. So gold lead got a bit down, right? You see it in the top corner. The Baron power play 1.3 around, something like that. So yeah, 100 Thieves able to close the gap from 10 to 9k. Great play from them. So yeah, the game is still hugely in T1's favor, and 100 Thieves need way more of these objective steals in the next like 20 minutes to hope to come back in this one. And here someday with a flank here, but Oner immediately knocks him out. Oner obviously with the subjugate not too tanky. Gumayusi entering the fray with all the chakrams. So far no one has died. Canna here looking for the TP. The bubble again misses. What was that? Canna completely decimated the ranks of 100 Thieves with his 3 items, and then pops the stopwatch. And yeah, that's the, like, what was it again? 5-0 Kennen. Now probably like 7-0. Insane game here from him. Obviously being set up to succeed. And we have to note, I don't want to flame him, but he really messes up. Nami and Zyra are one of the strongest support counter picks against Kennen, because they can, with their ultimates, lock down the Kennen before he can enter the fights. With the tidal wave and the bubble, especially if Canna TPs just like that in the full team, can root him up and then kill him. Obviously he has the stopwatch, so maybe that doesn't work out in the end. But he has not landed a single bubble on Canna's Kennen, and yeah, that's just terrible. Look at this again. So Huhi's ultimate here as the follow-up into nothing, right? Again, completely misused the ultimate, and then again mistimes this. Oh, Carrier gets shut down here. Oner also in middle of everyone. Canna without the flash, but Gumayusi flashes in. Nice, and Huhi this time he landed the bubble, but it is not enough. Super minions also entering the base of 100 Thieves. T1 running it down the mid lane with 11k gold, 3-17 in the scoreboard. Yeah, they're too far ahead. They are playing their champions way better. This Poppy pick here in the jungle Yes, the Trundle counter, we see why it is effective, even being down so far gold, the ultimate and the Athene's chains make him super tanky in these situations, but T1 here able to close out the game and finish the first week with the 2-1 score, only dropping a game in a sad fashion against EDG. They're poised to get out of the groups as we expect, and they're going to get the comeback in the next couple of days. Let's review the game. What was good, what was bad. Obviously, Rift Herald rotation pops out into our minds. In the end, it worked out. So yeah, Copium, everything is good. Result-based analysis. But this play makes so little sense. You have mid laner, where obviously Leblanc is way stronger at that point than the Twisted Fate. Unless it's about picks or overloading side lanes with his ultimate. Then Kennen was on a recall and he had to later on TP into the fight, so he wasn't there for positioning or all that good stuff. Renekton was next to them and was nearly able to flank T1. And then the bot lane div. Yes, T1's bot lane was ahead at that point, but still Nami and Lucian are very, very powerful at that early point in the game. And Lulu still needs a bit more time to really ramp up. She needs a bit more levels in her and points into her abilities to really be super, super useful. And yeah, similar story here for Lucian versus Aphelios. Yeah, a really risky fight, and against other teams, I have to be honest, I don't think this would have worked out in the same way. This time able to close out the game in a much cleaner fashion, snowballing the early game much better. After they got the lead, they secured good objectives, and overall we can't really complain too much about this one. Good bot lane performance. The draft also, again, I liked it really, really much. And yeah, so far T1's draft's improving. T1's mid game also looking good. After the Rift Hold, the next thing in the area that was quite rough, obviously the Baron thing. Yes, like it was a 50-50 smite steal in the end. It's a bit of bad luck, but also why are you even like letting Closer come in there? Obviously, yeah, Faker stunned the wrong target, but still, there's also Carrier who just has to W him for the polymorph. I think he can smite in polymorph if I'm like informed correctly. So yeah, Oner also, he has the ultimate. Like everyone will online now flame Faker for this one because the casters pointed out. But there are many more people here on T1 that could have prevented the Trundle to come in. In the end, it was a team-wide error to let that happen. The call for Baron, not too bad, right? It is just 22 minutes. You have Aphelios with the right gun set up. You can shred through the Baron with the gold lead you have, and then like extend the gold lead even further, pressure the base maybe even. All fine, but I would much have preferred it if you baited Hungry Thieves to come in and then set up with the vision lead that you had in the area for a pick, then secure the Baron and then push. But in the end, it still worked out. For Hungry Thieves, I'm going to talk about them a bit because I like the guys. I think the Renekton pick is quite troll. Yes, it was not into the Kennen. The casters said that. Like, are they even looking at the draft? I have to flame these guys over and over again. They're doing a fine job hyping things up, but yeah, that was pretty troll. The Renekton pick as also here in the Poppy, that was their intended goal. Completely troll, that's not a good matchup at all. Then Trundle pick, I really like. Trundle here in a similar function to the Jarvan with the potential to punish immobile targets with his pillar, and then against the Poppy here with the ability to steal her steps with her ultimate. LeBlanc into the Twisted Fate, already talked about that, that's good. Abeddagges not really able to put on the pressure against Faker, not finding any kills. He took the teleport to be able to follow him in the side lane plays, but he didn't really make too much use of it. I'm honest here, I would much rather have preferred for him to take the ignite, seek the kills out on Faker, or get more pressure through this, and then force him to stay in lane. And as T1 has finally got their second win, I'm also going to get my second T1 skin for this year's Worlds. And as I said, we're going to get the Renekton skin this time, supporting Moran here with a bit of money. And yeah, hopefully we can collect all the T1 skins, meaning T1 gets all the Ws this Worlds. But yeah, let's continue with the video. Let's take a look here at the group standings. In the Group A, we see Naumann in first place, followed by Funplex Phoenix, and then Rogue Cloud9 at the bottom. So far, this is exactly how my pick'ems go, so good job here. In Group B, EDG 3-0, followed by T1 Hungry Thieves and Detonation Focus Me. Yeah, T1, they're going to get the first place back, so don't worry about this one. Group C here, a bit sad. RNG here in first place, followed by PSG Talon, Hunger Life, and then Fnatic. Obviously, for everyone and their pick'ems, Riot Games really screwed us over with only releasing the upset statement after pick'ems was more or less locked already. So yeah, they really screwed over our pick'ems here with the Fnatic thing. Yes, they still looked fine with Bean, and he's actually doing a good job for like how young he is. He comes directly from the challenger scene, played in EU Masters a couple of times before. We can't fault the guy, right? It's not his fault that Fnatic is in this situation. Because of that, obviously, we all have to turn down our expectations for Fnatic games a bit. But to be honest, I don't think they're performing that much worse with him. Obviously, Hylissang is not able to roam that much with him, but overall, Fnatic, even the top side, has not looked too good. And overall, the early game was okay-ish, but the mid-game decision-making is often where they faltered. So yeah, 0-3 score for them, really depressing. Hangu Alive here also 1 and 2, like the game against Royal today. They could have won that. I think the one against PSG Talon, obviously, yeah, they drafted really arrogantly, and also the gameplay was a bit cocky. So getting clapped there with draft loss was understandable, but in the end, this is not really my pick'ems. My pick'ems, you obviously know it, right? In the upper corner, you can check it out. Mathematically correct pick'ems, looking at the stats of all past worlds and win rates and so on. In Group D, everything goes as planned. GenG first, LNG second, Mad Lions third, and Team Liquid. But we have some interesting scores here: 2-1, 2-1, 1-2. Obviously, GenG here kind of randomly dropping a game against Mad after smashing LNG and Team Liquid today. So far, first half of the group stage is done. Most of the stuff goes as we predicted, with not many upsets, and we had some banger games so far. Yeah, we can be quite happy. Obviously, we want to have more great games and more spicy picks. I think every world so far gets more and more unique picks. The meta gets broader and broader. Yes, there are some staple picks that we're seeing nearly every game, like the Lee Sin pop up here and there, but there's still so much flexibility. Trundle, Yuumi, Poppy, so much more also left to explore. Now the teams have, I believe, 1 day off, and then we continue on Friday with more Worlds content. I'm also going to take 1 day off. Oh, but that's it for today. Tune in the next time where we're going to review the games of Group A. I think Group A plays on Friday, so we're going to review all the matches and then look back who will make it out all of Group A. We're going to figure that one out in the next one. So see you then, and remember, if you liked today's video or the series in general, support me with a like, and to not miss out on the future T1 reactions, also subscribe. Come on, man, we really want to see these games together. So yeah, stay with me and follow my channel. But that's it now finally for today. Wish you a great one.